Good morning, friends, and welcome to Iluka Springs, a small town nestled amongst the mountain trees and home to our misfit band of teens. We're coming up to the end. It's creeping in on us so quickly as our group of terrible, terrible children all set their sights on the grove and its destruction. So, we have three of them currently in their darkest self, which is always a fun way to start off a game. So, everyone is currently by themselves doing their own thing. Blair, let's start with you.
Well, I'm cleaning up my what's my shed.
Your
My
ritual space.
my ritual space. My definitely not a childhood cubby that I have retrofitted to be a cool hangout spot. I'm just sort of cleaning it up and making getting rid of the bad vibes that have been left here. Just sort of she's got a salt water and a spray bottle and just squirting it around the place, going, yeah, that'll get them.
Mm-hmm.
That'll fix those bad vibes.
That'll get rid of them surely. Taking the bag of plants that I assume were left here.
Yes, the plants are still with you.
I'm gonna stick them in the furthermost part of my backyard.
Yep. You're not gonna do anything with them?
I'm gonna put a note that says, don't touch.
No touchies.
And hope that it doesn't do anything to my parents.
Fingers crossed.
Hopefully. I think, after that, I'll check to see if there's any messages, but I don't think there will be.
Yeah.
And just, sort of think, damn, tonight was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Why did I invite everyone here? I'm not doing that again.
Yeah, never again.
I think were people. I think there was some people who I had written down that were had mentioned that they were going home.
Mm-hmm. I think everybody said they were going home, but whether they actually went home is completely up to them.
What I think I'll do is I'll message Casey and go, let me know when you get home. Just because I know Casey walks everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
We should get Casey some Heelys or something.
Some roller skates.
Not even that. No, the Heelys, just kick out the heel and just.
I actually have adult Heelys. They're great.
Don't tell me that, please. I have terrible balance and not very good money sense.
That's fair.
I think I'll also send that message to Erin as well because Erin left prematurely.
Mm-hmm.
The message is let me know when you get home so I know that you weren't killed on the way back. The others I know were either had a ride or, had other people with them, so it should be okay. I'll take the rest of the granola cookies.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take them inside and I will put them in a container.
Mm-hmm.
And I will give those to Marcus and or Casey at a later date.
That's the plan.
Because they both seem to really like them.
For some
and I
reason.
Don't want them anymore. Other than that, probably go up to my room and wait on my phone for a bit before deciding, I'm sleepy and going to bed.
Okay. All right. Velvet. You get a lift home from Callista and her sister. What's the plan once they drop you off?
Bill is going to send a text out to both Casey and Erin, just saying, you okay? Or things to that effect.
Mhm.
Nothing to Marcus, because that didn't end on a positive note. And she's going to crack out the old Lenormand deck as well and give that a whirl.
Mhm.
Since it's been a rather turbulent night.
Easy. Alrighty. Cool. Are you gazing into the abyss or just having a bit of a shuffle?
You know it. Gazing into that abyss.
Roll it.
Okay, it is
So it's your dark.
-1.
Mhm.
Okay. This always goes well.
Absolutely.
And it is a 6.
That's a fail, but you do get to mark experience. So you shuffle through your cards and you try to tap into that same energy that you reach for. And you flip over the first card and it doesn't make sense. You flip over 3 cards and it's incoherent. It's not giving you anything.
Still too rattled from the arguments earlier, I guess.
You do draw both the Fool and the Tower, though.
Both perfectly fine, especially when together.
Mm-hmm. Are you...
Okay. Have the twins gone?
If you ask them to stay, they will, but otherwise they are probably going to head home.
No, she didn't ask to stay, so... In that case, she will just consult the book with the ideas that there may be some more people joining the sisterhood. Let's call it that.
The traveling pants.
Yeah, that's the one.
of the much flesh.
Of the fleshy pants, indeed.
Ew. Hate that so much.
Okay. Yeah, that's all for the moment.
Okay. Now, Aaron, you have headed home, yes?
I have headed home, feeling quite alone.
Very lonely. Nobody understands you. You can't find love. And you are without direction. What's your plan?
I'm gonna go and see if the shed has any machete.
Yep. Let's see. You head back to the doctor's house, and they do have a little garden shed. It is underloved. Let's put it like that. It's definitely seen better days, and it's covered in cobwebs, and you manage to sort of like wrench the door open from its rusted hinges. Inside is mostly spiders and gardening tools. There isn't a machete, but there is an axe. It's kind of rusted, but it looks like it's gonna, still, it's got some heft to it at least.
Can I find any like stone, like grinding stone, perhaps?
Oh.
If I can, that's fine. I'll just go to Bunnings and buy one. Start to slowly.
Yeah.
grind.
At this, it's like the blade still looks relatively sharp. It just it's blunted. Well, not blunted, rusted.
Rust is fine. Rust works against plants, right?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. I'm heading to the grove.
Okay. Fantastic. Are you walking, biking, or are you gonna hotwire a car?
Here's the thing I want to ask.
Mhm.
My nice foster parents,
Mhm.
do they just keep their car keys right next to the door like every other family in Australia?
Yes, they do.
Perfect.
You're just gonna steal a car.
I'm not gonna steal it. I'm borrowing it.
You're gonna bring it back.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it back.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm just taking the car.
Yeah, no, yeah, you can. I'll allow it. Yeah, you. They're. It's quite late at this point. Like it's definitely after their bedtime. They've gone to sleep. Probably around 9:30, 10ish. So yeah, it's easy enough to. There's a little dish for keys near the door. It's a little like entryway table. It's got bags and coats hanging on it, and a little dish for car keys and house keys and stuff. They've only got one car between the two of them. It is relatively old. Not a nice vintage retro car or anything like that. It's it's a like 1998 Corolla. But it's been well maintained, well loved. And it starts up relatively easy to take you to the grove.
Yep. And Erin will most likely be playing music on the way. Something happy, something pop.
Some pop music.
Yeah.
I was like, are we going? Yeah, I was gonna ask, are we gonna go for like sad, angsty music, or
no,
are we,
we're
like,
not going
playing
for the
something
happy.
Yeah. You do get a text message while you're driving.
Mhm.
Do you check it, or are you a responsible driver?
Oh. Everyone's checking it. There's
Yep.
nobody. There's no. What is this? This is the outback. No, not the outback, but it's a country town. There's no other cars around. Pretty sure.
No, it's pretty late. Blair, what did the text message say? You're still muted. There it goes.
Oh yeah, I realized too late. Let me know when you get home so I know you're not dead.
Amazing.
That is. When Casey gets theirs, I will make an amendment to that as well. But for now, that's what Erin's.
Erin will reply back. I'm safe.
Don't text and drive, kids.
Don't text and drive, please. And then send a meme of like this little girl with the thumbs up.
Perfect.
Do I get to reply or?
Yes. What have you got?
Sweet. Have a good night. Or like, glad you got home. Have a good night.
The reply that Velvet that Blair would get is that meme of the tiny little girl with like the burning house in the background.
Yes. It's the small child with the burning house in the background.
Good night.
Can I reply to this one as well, or?
What have you got?
What are you doing, Erin? Full stop. What are you doing, Erin?
It's like the burning Elmo.
Are you safe? And there's like 5 question marks.
Erin will reply, yes, I am safe. Don't worry. Actually, like, Erin will call Blair. This is easier, man.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm safe.
Are you in the car at the moment?
Yes.
Did you go home? When did you get a car?
I went home and grabbed the car. I borrowed it.
So you're not home.
Well, I was technically home earlier.
Were you texting and driving?
No, you'll never get an answer out of me.
So you were.
Yep.
Where are you going?
I am putting an end to this shit.
What do you mean?
Listen, our talk, the whole talk inside your cubby just makes me feel like
Shed.
I am the shed. Made me feel very, very lonely, and Marcus just hit a nerve, okay? I understand that I have I don't make the great decisions, okay? But at least I know that someone cares for me.
Aaron, this comes from a place of caring. You're making one of those bad decisions. Where are you right now? Do you need someone to watch you to make sure you don't do anything? Look, Marcus was like a dick. Like, there's a reason I kicked him out.
He was a dick, that's true. But it's also true that we need to get this over with. You know that spell you said that Oakley won't be able to hurt us?
Yeah?
It didn't work.
What do you mean?
It didn't work. I got slapped.
I guess there's a footnote attached to how hurt means, like
Does
not
it,
grievous injuries.
Does it take a while?
I mean, it should have been more or less instantaneous. Look, just they shouldn't be able to kill anyone or harm anyone to the point that their life is completely altered. At least that.
Blair,
Yes.
I gotta end this.
Don't do this alone, Aaron.
Then meet me at the grove because I am going to, and it's just gonna the phone's gonna hang up.
That was okay.
Aaron is just like really annoyed, pissed off. People don't understand how much she does for them. Like this ending this whole thing with Oakley is for their own good as well. Nobody cares, nobody knows. Everyone's a monster.
There's definitely the mantra that is going through your mind as you pull into the parking lot of the Grove. Casey, we left you at the Grove,
Yeah.
sucking it dry.
Yeah. Sure did. Casey, I am genuinely just going from flower to flower, feasting, and it's not doing the job. It's not filling the hole.
It's not quite making you feel alive. It almost makes you feel alive, but it is not quite there yet.
It's echoes. It's like I'm dying of thirst and trying to drink from a puddle on the side of a road. All right.
The more flowers that you decimate, the more you get a sense of something building. There's an energy building and collecting around you, and it is full of hatred.
well, there's only one thing in this entire town that hates me. So I'm willing to make guesses. But I don't care. If they want this, while I am still rather peckish, more than a little peckish, I am just gonna grab the have the last flower and just eat it, drain it really slowly, in the same way where if you're being stared at, you sort of just slurp a little bit pointedly. I'm gonna do that just to prove a point, just to really just twist it in that high. I'm the antithesis to your entire deal, and I'm really hungry.
Aaron, you head down the path, and you get that same sense. There is definitely something angry in the air, but it is not directed at you. And as you round the corner to the grove, you come to see Casey crouched on the floor, holding one of those lily flowers in their hand, and it is wilting and dying in their grasp.
I don't even notice. I'm eating.
Can't talk, eating.
Yep, mouthful.
So you are a monster.
Toss the dead flower to the side. Stand up. Stretch. Maybe a little. Maybe a little. Why? You gonna call Marcus? Tell him to come and slay me?
Who needs Marcus?
She's holding an
everyone's a
axe.
monster.
Yeah. Just look at Aaron, look down at the axe, and well, I hope you're patient, because it's going to take you a while. Because I'm gonna keep coming back.
Casey, you can feel how alive Aaron is right now.
I am actively rocking back and forth on my heels, but I mean, I'm happy to claim self-defense. Take one step forward. Oakley likes you because you're alive. Right? Is that it? That's the thing, right?
No, Oakley most likely liked me because I am not a monster. I don't eat people. I'm trying to look around Casey to see how many flowers have Casey
Oh, all
eaten.
of them.
All of them, all
That was
5
the
of
last
those
one.
lily flowers are now wilted, brown, dead messes.
Past tense. They're not your biggest fan anymore.
I don't know. Let's see. It's like Erin is Erin saying this. She's just starting to quickly call.
Just hit that redial
yeah,
button.
just redial button. But she's quickly think and then turn to Casey I don't know, man. Listen, I've seen my fair share of dead bodies, and I know that if you beat them plenty of times, that they will stay dead.
Okay. That's an invitation.
So, might die now, but you will keep coming back.
Another step forward.
Oh, you wouldn't want to do this, Casey.
Yep. Hands in the pockets to sort of just saunter my way over and Well,
Not one more step forward. As I'm like starting to brandish the axe. Like,
you don't have to kill me. I think Oakley's going to want to take care of that for you.
I would rather, listen, I'm not here for you. Like, you are not part of my plan at all. While I'm waving the axe on my, like, both my hands. Not part of my plan, okay? I'm just here to have some conversation with Oakley.
Blair, your phone is ringing. It's Aaron.
I'll pick up the phone as I'm probably in the middle of putting on my like steel cat boots because I mean business, and taking my own parents' keys for their car.
Fantastic work.
I'll deal with them consequences at a later date.
Yep. You hear a muffled version of the rest of this conversation.
I'm getting into the car, putting it on speaker as I'm driving because I don't drive and text.
Right.
I'm sort of gonna. Oh, yep.
I was gonna say, back to Aaron and Casey. You are listening to this while you're driving.
Well, how about this? Oakley wants to kill me. I'll eat Oakley. But to do that, I kind of need my strength up. I like you a lot. You can have 3 seconds. And I'm going to roll to shut down.
Roll it.
That is 12.
Choose one from the following, Casey. Aaron loses a string on you. You give them a condition, or you can take one forward to rolls against them.
I'm going to give her a condition.
All right. What's the condition?
Hunted.
It's a fight. Let's go.
Great. I'm going to eat Aaron.
Pause there. I'm going to leave that dramatic piece of information standing. Marcus, you went home?
I did.
All right. What's the plan?
Okay.
You are all alone. You have to save your friends from themselves because they can't help you.
Marcus is going to go home, and is Mom home or?
Yeah, she's home.
I think the moment he enters, there is this air about him of not caring anymore as he's in his darkest self. And of course, I would assume Mama Silverstein knows her son very well, and she knows that he's not himself right now.
Oh yeah, she sees you stalking through the house like a storm cloud and instantly knows something's wrong. She follows. She doesn't say anything at first. She sort of, are you heading to your room or?
He is going to the armory.
Cool. Yeah, she follows you. And she stands in the doorway once you've entered. Marcus? What are you doing, sweetheart?
Earlier today, you were asking when I was going to step up to my role.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to. I didn't want to at all, Mom. But my hand's been forced. All of them are useless. Only me. Only me. Only me. It was only I that can save this place. I can only save the city. So I'm gonna need all the weapons I can get my hands on. And he rummages through, the blades as well as any weaponry she has in the armory.
Yeah. So there's a selection of this is like like it's relatively well stocked, and there are a variety of different blades. There are some stranger looking weapons, and there are guns. There's a variety of weapons, both mundane and maybe slightly magically imbued. And she places a hand on your shoulder and she says, "What are you trying to prove, and who are you trying to fight?"
He looks her dead in the eyes with cold determination. The monster that killed Great Aunt Lily.
She pauses at that, and she her eyes go like a little bit wide. Great Aunt Lily disappeared.
No. She didn't just disappear, Mom. Oakley took her. Took her life from her and made her a goddamn flower.
She takes a really long, slow breath. She's definitely thinking a lot calmer than you are. And she nods. She goes over to a weapons rack and pulls down a large machete. It has a smear of like that rusty kind of red substance that you remember from your vision on the blade. And she she doesn't just hand it to you, she presents it to you like this is an important item. And she says, "This will probably help, but your friends have helped you so far. Don't discredit them too quickly. Can't do everything alone."
Friends. Right. Because that's a term used for their kind.
They're not all bad, Marcus. You know that, right?
We'll see. And he takes the machete. And if there's like a crossbow there, or
there is a crossbow. And a little bundle of bolts for it.
Mm-hmm.
And there are also there's also a small vial of like a clear looking liquid. It's the vial itself is a little bit smaller than like the actual bowl of the vial. It's a little bit smaller than a tennis ball. And it's about 3/4 full of this like clearish liquid. And she points to that, and then she reaches into her pocket and hands you what you know to be one of her prized possessions. It is a Zippo lighter that your father gave her. And she hands it to you and she says, "These two are a last resort. The last resort. You understand me?"
he looks at the machete the rusted machete. And then he looks at the liquid and the Zippo. Worst comes to worst. Yeah, I understand. You trained me for this, Mom. I know you did. Even after all those years of me not wanting to, skipping all those sessions, pretending to be sick. I'm sorry.
She reaches out and she cups your face between her hands. She sort of gives your cheeks a little bit of a pinch, like she used to do when you were really little. And she says, "You're a warrior, and you are the chosen, but you are still my little boy, and I'll be very upset if my little boy doesn't come home in the morning. So promise me you'll be safe." And then she pulls you into a very big motherly hug. She's not normally a very huggy person. Her affection is few and far between, but she shows her care in other ways. But a hug is not something you normally get from her.
I'll end this one way or another, Mom. And he walks off, goes to the grove.
All right. How are you getting to the grove?
That's a fantastic question. If Mom's car is there, he's gonna take Mom's car.
Yeah, you're all stealing your parents' cars. Terrible children, all of you.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure she'll let me go with the car, maybe.
You assume.
Yeah, whatever. He's just gonna go. He's not in the mood right now.
Okay.
Imagine if his mom actually chaperones.
Sorry, just Aaron's comment of getting dropped off by your mom to your first mission.
This is so sad. This is so sad.
Nah.
Alexa, play Despacito.
Puffy would never.
Nah.
Okay. Blair, you're listening to this conversation between Casey and Aaron while you drive to the grove.
Certainly am.
This is it.
This is
You
certainly.
you are reaching your limit here. These people are so fucking stupid.
Testing my patience.
Mm-hmm.
I got 2 cannibals now, apparently.
Well, you don't know that Casey's gone rogue.
Casey's. I can
Well,
kind of hear Casey threatening to eat Aaron.
True, you can. At least Velvet seems in control of her cannibalism.
I'm pretty pissed, actually.
Yeah.
Blaze. She's definitely taken the bottle and like all this stuff as well. She would have shoved that in her bag on the way out and just not flooring it, but pushing the speed limit.
Yeah.
Hoping that none of the cops are awake right now on duty.
Yeah. Okay. Velvet, you are overcome by a very intense sense of foreboding the moment you open your book.
Sweet memories.
It doesn't seem to be coming from the book, though. This is that sense that you get when one of your clique is in danger. It is a sixth sense of sorts that you have an innate, as the queen, you have an innate knowledge of when your clique are in serious jeopardy.
Am I able to determine who?
It's not very strong, So like it's very intense, but it's not, the connection itself doesn't feel very strong. So you would assume it's probably one of the new group. So it's not one of the twins.
Oh dear. I will call Blair.
You get a busy ringtone.
Who the hell else is she going to be speaking to? It's fucking ridiculous.
Blair, you get a incoming call like notification.
I'm,
They
so,
get
I'm the
boop, boop,
popular
boop,
kid now.
boop, boop, boop.
I will hang up on Erin since I'm nearly there. Actually, I'm
Be
gonna
sold.
speak real quick of, like, just in case Erin can hear me, like, I'm on my way. Just run.
Mhm.
And then I'll hang up and answer the call.
Mhm.
What do you want, Velvet? I'm in a hurry.
Have you heard from anyone else? I've got
Yep.
a really bad. Oh, okay.
Yep. No, so Erin and Casey are at the Grove, and Casey is going to eat Erin. So we're gonna need your expertise.
On. Oh, that. Oh, okay. Oh, I see.
On the cannibalism, Velvet.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay, on my way.
Please, fast.
Yeah.
She's in legitimate danger right now. I don't know what's wrong with Casey.
Hangs up.
Everyone's hanging up on me tonight. I'm in like, this is
gonna drop a message to the twins
Mhm.
to pick up and head to the Grove. While Velvet's waiting for them,
Mhm.
is there anything she can find in the book relating to non-human creatures, or things like ghouls or vampires or anything like that?
There's a bit of information about demons in there. Like this book predominantly has quite a bit about demons. Succubus. You see some stuff about both like higher demons and lesser demons and that kind of thing. There is a little bit about vampires, but it is very almost degrading. It's very the book. The writer of the book clearly did not think highly of vampires. And there's a specific little note at the bottom talking about a vampire named Torva, who is the worst person the author of the book has ever met. There, towards the back, there is a little bit about the undead. They're not described in the same way that Casey seems to behave. These are the forcefully risen dead. They are shambling, mindless slaves, basically. But it does have reference to a seal of sorts that can immobilize the dead, can immobilize the moving dead.
What's required for this seal?
Just a drawing.
Oh, okay.
It's simply a symbol that you can draw. Can put it on a piece of paper to stick to someone's head, a la the old Shinto seals, or you can draw it on the ground, like the demon seals in Supernatural or something like that.
Okay. I'm going to imagine I've got like a whole bunch of sticky notes lying around somewhere.
Absolutely. You got a desk with a bunch of post-it notes.
Cool. So I'm going to draw this about a million times on as many sticky notes as I can, because they do have a penchant for falling off things. So I'm going to prepare a whole bunch of sticky note seals.
Okie dokie. By the time you're finished preparing those seals, the twins have arrived and are demanding that you get in the car. This sounds like you're in big trouble.
Oh yeah, I'm straight in the car and tell them to the Grove, floor it, don't stop for red lights, pedestrians, whatever, just go.
I'm not... And Callista floors it and absolutely like, I'm not killing a pedestrian, I promise, I swear I won't.
Okay.
And she gets you there in record time. Blair is the first to arrive at the Grove, followed, like, you as you get out of your car, Marcus pulls up. And you're sort of like getting out of your car and heading towards the Grove. You hear another car pull up. You think it might be Velvet. It's Marcus.
How disappointing.
Yeah, no, I was going to say there's a distinct disappointment on her face before she calls out from where she is, because she's sort of ready to go. Did Aaron call you too? Why did you bring weapons?
Marcus is still in his darkest self, right? The
Yes,
moment
you
with his
are.
mom didn't knock him off of it?
Nope.
Okay. Marcus would stare coldly at Blair as he says, I'm here to end this.
With who? I'm like sprinting backwards, like she's not stopping. She's
Oakley.
cool. Because Casey's about to eat Aaron, you absolute dumb fuck. Maybe care about your friend a bit more. Friends? I think this is the final straw, and that would push Blair to also have a bit of emo time.
It's time
It's time
for
for
darker self.
just given the wording on the witch's darker self of the time of subtlety and patience is over, you're too powerful to put up with their garbage anymore.
Wait, sorry. You've been subtle and patient until now?
I think she's been
Extremely.
very subtle and patient with you fuckers.
She's like, maybe we shouldn't do this. Maybe we should, do this other thing. And everyone's like,
Maybe we
Well,
should
what if
try
we cut the
talking
tree
to
down?
people.
if you remember, Blair was distinctly against the murder. Not anymore. But yeah,
Not
just
anymore.
and then there was one. Just sprinting towards I'm actually gonna continuously ring Casey's phone. I'm hoping that Casey has it on speaker so that I can hear the ringing.
Hearing Casey and Aaron's situation right now, I have to ask you, MC, how does that make him feel with regards to him being in dark itself?
You're still at that kind of headspace of like no one can help you, and this is just proof that the second that you that Casey feels hurt by you, they suddenly turn into the monster that they insist that they're not. And Aaron is just a helpless human. They can't help you. It has to be you. You have to be the one that saves everybody.
As Blair speeds off running towards that direction, Marcus is walking quickly, but not like in a hurry to get there.
Yeah.
To him, he's like whispering to himself, everyone is fucking useless in this town. Machete in hand.
Yeah. Cool. And as you disappear up the trail, Velvet and the twins arrive. You see Velvet, you recognize that is Blair's mum's car.
Got
So
those
sensing a
family
theme.
stick
Aaron
figures.
desperate to bash Casey around.
The car's
Cool.
definitely got those like stick figure families on it.
Oh yeah, it absolutely does.
I kind of feel bad for the people watching who this entire story have just been completely cut off from like the chat, what we've all been like for this
Yeah, no,
entire
like-
campaign.
Like honestly, the guys have been absolutely atrocious in the chat, and it's been very hard to stay serious. 10 out of 10.
Does the recording like record the chat? Maybe we can do like an excerpt of world's best chats moments at the end where it's just us going like, you
I don't
know,
know. I don't know if it records the full screen or if it just records the audio.
For the low price of $99.95, you too can get a copy of the chat. That's right, $99.95 per episode. What a steal.
Subscribe now to our Twitch channel.
Okay. Anyway, terrible children. So you recognize Blair's family car.
This family sticker definitely does.
Yeah, there's an
hurt the
old
soul.
there's an old Toyota Corolla in the parking lot as well, and a car that you recognize from Casey's driveway. It's not Casey, sorry, Marcus's driveway. That you assume is probably his parents.
And
Are we-
the Corolla I've never seen before, right?
No, the Corolla you don't. Oh, you've probably seen it around town at least once or twice, because it's the doctor's car, but you don't know who owns it. Is there like a party? Like what's going on?
Okay, so we see Casey stick these on them, and I'll hand these sticky notes to the twins. They're gone off the deep end. This should hopefully stop them in their tracks.
Oh god, are they going postal?
In the most delicious way.
Ooh.
But afterwards, we definitely need to sit down with them because it's kind of up our alley.
That sounds. You see, when you say it, it sounds good, but the tone makes it sound bad.
It's good, but right now it's just a little messy. So let's just
Lead on. Let's go.
yeah. I'll dial Blair as well, so we can kind of find where they are.
Cool. Casey, is your phone on silent or is it actually making noise?
I actually covered this last session when I first began to eat flowers. Is I did turn my phone on silent and I chucked it away
That's
so that no
right.
one could interrupt me while I ate the flowers.
True, you did.
So it's somewhere.
It's somewhere. Aaron, Casey, what's going on?
Well,
Are
I'm
you
trying to
running?
eat. I'm trying to eat Aaron.
Are you gonna run, Aaron? Or are you gonna fight?
Oh no, I'm fighting. I was about to give a condition to Casey as well.
Cool. Well, because you've been shut down.
Yeah, I've been shut
Condition
down,
not
so
so
I
much.
can't.
But you can lash out physically if you want.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna lash out physically, considering the fact that sometimes when you hunt something down and they get cornered, they just attack back like a scared rodent or something.
Swing that axe. Roll me your volatile.
I have no regrets, but I didn't choose this.
9.
So, choose one, Aaron. They learn something about your true nature and gain a string on you. You're already in your darkest self, so they can't have that. Or the MC decides how bad the harm turns out.
Ooh, what's spicier? No, let's just give them a harm. You'll decide how much harm they get.
Okay.
You don't want my true nature, trust me.
Casey, as you sort of make like a feint forward, like to frighten them, Erin swings, and she swings wide and suddenly, and collects you with what is a relatively sharp axe, in the like upper arm, so like near your shoulder. It probably goes at least like an inch deep. That freaking hurt. Take 2 harm.
This is not going to be a very long fight. I'm coming into this with 1 harm already.
Come here. Come on, let's go.
Look, zombies are easy to put down. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. I'm assuming if we're doing roll by roll, it's my turn to lash out now. What are we doing?
As Aaron wrenches the axe from your arm,
Ow.
Blair, you stumble into the grove as blood spews forth from Casey's wound.
Oh, you don't want me to eat your protagonist? Fine.
Marcus is relatively hot on your heels.
Is my phone still ringing with Velvet?
Yeah, you've stopped ringing Casey's phone now, so now your phone starts ringing.
I will pick up and what? I mean, we're already here. Everyone's here. Just in the grove,
Whereabouts?
near a tree center area. Just you'll follow the scent of blood, Hannibal, and I'll hang up.
Don't worry. You'll hear it.
Just follow the screams.
Also, ouch. I mean, I've had worse.
Screams
but
of
ouch.
Casey, not
Yeah.
Aaron.
Marcus-
So I can. Sorry,
No, you go.
I was gonna say, can I see them duking it out right now?
Oh, you watched Aaron pull the axe out of Casey's arm. Like you came in at that moment. Like the grove itself, like the center of the grove, is maybe like 5x5 kind of space. Like it's not enormous. It's large, but it's not enormous. The tree
Quaint.
takes up the majority of the space.
All right, am I allowed to say something, or am
Go
I?
for
Are
it.
we?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait! Stop! Drop it now, both of you. Split it up. Back up.
Marcus, you reach the grove at this point.
Does he witness Casey getting hurt?
You could see blood like oozing from Casey's arm or down Casey's arm, and you hear Blair telling them to drop it like they're
Knock it off.
fucking fighting dogs.
Okay, so I have a perk, ability that says if my homies get hurt,
Mhm.
I gain XP. So do I gain XP?
Yeah,
for seeing-
absolutely. You still gain XP.
Casey is not the XP farm.
Yes, you are,
Stop
honey.
it.
Level up, let's go.
Wow.
God,
Well, I
they're
mean,
An XP pinata.
Mhm.
hey, you're the one trying to eat me right now. Really? You can't eat somebody else? It has to be me. I'm trying to kill somebody.
You showed up first.
Marcus walks up, I guess, beside Blair.
Mhm.
And he says, well, what did Blair say? I'm sorry, I totally forgot what Blair said. I don't want to say the same thing Blair was saying.
Like knock it off, both of you. Drop it. Step like just
Step away from
wait,
each
you
other.
kids, knock it off.
Yeah. It was very, grandma yelling at the teenagers.
Okay. He walks up and kind of looks at Blair, and he tells Casey and Aaron, this is not what we came here to do.
You tell
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, you tell Casey that, considering the fact that Casey just ate all the flowers in this grove, and now they want to eat me. I am.
Oh, Aaron asking for help again?
Oh, come here, come on.
Okay.
Stop it. Shut up, both of you. Shut up.
I can't be stopped or talked down.
No. Casey is insatiable right now.
Only way to stop this ghoul from attacking, this monster from attacking, is to put them down.
Can I get Casey's eye contact.
I'm hunting. Like I'm amazed I have not leapt on. Like I haven't rolled yet to leap on Aaron. Honestly.
Yeah, you're sort of like the way Casey's moving. It is like watching a cat stalk a bird. Like they are just watching. Their like gaze is completely locked on Aaron.
Can I step in front of the line of sight to try and gain eye contact?
They're a little bit far away from you at this moment. Like they're still like across the grove.
Okay.
So you would have to sort of step up, like get a bit closer first.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, cool. So Blair, you gotta just like run over and like put yourself between them.
Yeah, I will, and I'm going to attempt to I just need a split second.
Cool.
Make eye contact.
Blair and Casey, odds or evens?
Evens.
Odds.
Evens, you do not make eye contact.
If
Is
Casey
Blair
looks-
now closer to me than Aaron is?
Yes.
That's unfortunate for Blair.
This is not how I thought Casey eating Blair would go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Woo?
I
I'm gonna take a bite out of Blair if I can.
Aaron's gonna try and smash Casey.
Just gonna say, roll to lash out.
I was gonna be like, I haven't had a thing to do yet. I'm gonna
Yeah,
eat.
Casey's
I'm
turn.
gonna eat Blair. Do I have any strings on Blair? All right. Also, does this count as me mindlessly pursuing a hunger?
Yes, it does.
Hell yeah, I get +1.
Oh boy.
That's an 11.
God.
Ow.
So what do I roll to not be eaten? In the
Well,
the
they're
bad
definitely gonna
way?
take a chunk out of you.
With a 10, you choke up in response.
Yeah, and
Please,
you get dealt one harm
That's all good.
as they sink their teeth into your. I'm assuming I would say you throw up like a forearm to sort of block
Yeah.
them a little bit,
Yeah.
and they bite down onto your forearm. They are definitely trying to tear flesh away.
Hungry.
Fuck!
That's one
Yes.
XP for me.
And that knocks you both
Marcus!
knocks you both prone. And yes, it does actually, Marcus. You're all atrocious.
Oh.
Velvet, this is when you and the twins rock up.
Am I?
You just watch Casey like pounce on Blair and sink teeth into her.
Now I have a string on Casey. If I use that, can I give them a condition? Is that how that works?
Yes, you can spend a string to give a condition.
Okay. Then I will spend that string and give them the condition of, how would you put it? Words.
How do wordy words?
Yeah, how do they work? Distracted, so like they pay attention to Velvet when she rocks up on the scene.
Cool.
Whatever word would describe that.
Yeah. So, Casey, as you bite down into Blair, you've never you're a ghoul, and while you are mindlessly pursuing hunger at the moment, you've never tasted flesh before. You've never tasted blood before. And it, for a moment, it sort of like stuns you, and you look up and see Velvet. And like for a moment you are distracted by Velvet. Who's going next?
I think Marcus hasn't taken a turn.
Alright, Marcus.
Marcus in his darkest, I mean, normally
Yes.
would not allow for this to happen. He would be horrified to see Casey chomping on Blair, eating that skin. but he's in his darkest self right now.
Mhm.
And part of him enjoys this chaos.
Mhm.
He notices Aaron about to, I guess, attack Casey.
Take another swing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And he kind of pulls out his machete as he says to Aaron, "Stop, or I will make you stop," as he rolls to shut down.
Roll for it. And roll with cold.
Appreciate the loyalty. I mean, I'm eating a person, but cheers.
I'll be fine. It's alright. It's a flesh wound.
2d6.
Boo.
Damn.
That's a 6.
You're trying to shut me down.
XP, baby! Finally, I can
You
finally
get some more XP. This is it.
He's not like threatening you. He's more like, just shutting you down.
Yeah. But Aaron, Marcus just tried to like get you to drop it, but he looks like he's acting different. Like there's something off about him. He doesn't have the same you don't care. But Casey's right there. And now the tree is unguarded as well.
I will turn to Marcus and say, "Fine," with a smile. "You deal with your best friend, your childhood friend, your brother. I am gonna
Sibling.
deal with something bigger than this." And then I'm just gonna walk off towards the tree.
Mhm.
Marcus smiles.
All right. Velvet, you have Casey's attention for a moment.
Lucky me.
Just
Okay.
chewing part of Blair while looking in your eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the most romantic thing that's ever happened. In this state, is it possible to use hot to turn them on? Or are they kind of beyond that?
They're kind of a bit beyond it at the moment.
Okay. That's okay.
Um,
I will approach Casey and instruct the twins to do the same from different sides to kind of
flank.
flank them. Yeah.
Yep.
Casey, I thought we had something special. Wouldn't you rather sink your teeth into me? And if I can get close enough, kind of cradle their face in my hands. And then slap a sticky note on their head. and with the intention that the twins will do the same, just like pepper them with sticky notes in case one of them flies off. It's like,
Cool.
they're going to be like a notice board.
Yeah. Casey. That moment of distraction. There's a new temptation in front of you.
Yep. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay. Velvet. Oh yeah. So now I want to eat velvet. Okay. Yeah. Let's eat velvet.
All right.
I'd like to put it, if someone could let me eat them, that way I get experience and I level up. So like, if someone wants to throw themselves on the pyre. Alright.
Hey,
2d6.
Velvet. Velvet, just very quickly. Odds or
God.
evens? Jesus Christ. Odds or evens?
We'll go odds.
Evens.
Damn, I'm good.
The sticky notes don't work.
I'm getting that feeling.
That's a 12, by the way.
That's a
So-
12, by the way. Cool. Describe. What are you doing? How are you attacking?
Oh, I'm gonna like nuzzle into the hand a little bit, and then I'm going right for the vein in the wrist.
Oh! Ow. Velvet, take a hum, and you are kind of stunned by the pain, like as you've eaten people, but they were dead when you ate the parts of them that you wanted.
Oh my god, is this what it feels like? Is this what I've been doing to people? My god, I am a monster.
This is horrible. This is really like kind of the worst pain you've ever experienced.
Oh, that little shit.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I just bite a chunk out of Velvet's wrist.
Two
Yep.
can play at that game.
God.
Yeah. Vel's gonna go take a chunk out of Casey. Fuck it.
roll for your volatile.
It's not great.
Mhm.
Does having the twins helping do anything?
Hold on 1 second.
And by helping, I don't know what that means. Whether they're like holding back or also trying to bite, I don't know. How did you decide?
Give me 1 second. Apologies, I'm just checking everybody's.
I think you get a bonus to something when they're here. I can't remember.
I know I get -1 from rolls.
Yeah, it's minus because they've got the shield. You get -1.
But I can't see
I'll
anything on
give
the
you-
character sheet.
I'll give you a +1. So
Okay,
it'll
so
bring
this will
your
be +0.
yeah +0 basically. So just roll your volatile. Or roll your
Alrighty.
2d6.
Let's see if this goat sacrifice paid off.
I haven't sated any hunger of mine yet, have I? I'm still in the process
Ugh.
of it. Ew.
Doubles explode, right?
No, they don't.
Doubles explode, right? That is a 4.
You like you are quite shocked and like stunned by the pain, and you sort of like try to yank Casey forward and like snap at them, but it hurts to pull your wrist away from their mouth. And no, Casey is not truly
Damn it, no
sated your
health
hunger
back.
yet.
Fine.
Oh, you've at least you can have 1 of your health back,
Thank you.
but you have not fully overindulged yet.
I'm dragging this out. It's fine.
Yeah.
The more I eat, the more health I get back. I'm fine with this.
Aaron, you run up to the tree. What are you planning to do?
I am still wondering where, like, if I look around, I'll start yelling, Oakley! I know that you can spawn from the tree.
There's no response. That oppressive kind of like feeling of rage is still around, but it feels frantic. It feels almost it's an anger born out of fear.
If you don't want to talk to me, that's fine. I'll just go to your best mate, Moss. Maybe we can have a little chat. And I'll start walking away slowly.
Marcus, what are you doing? Casey's just taken another bite out of another person.
Marcus in his once again, I'm kind of beating this over and over, and he's in his darkest self, so he doesn't really give a shit about their situation right now. Actually, he cheers for Casey to, do their thing. But he is also walking towards the big tree. He takes a good look around to see if Oakley's present. Does he also feel that presence of anger and fear?
All of you can feel it.
Good. Then he looks towards the big tree in front of him. He looks at his machete. He calls out to Oakley as he says, "Come out and play, Dryad. And if you don't," and he takes the machete and just like shoves it right into the bark.
There is a piercing, echoing scream that seems to come from the entire grove itself every plant within the actual grove seems to shudder and shake. And that that feeling of fear disappears. It turns entirely into rage.
He twists the machete if he could.
Yep. As you twist, the ground underneath you all rumbles and shakes. And a hand jolts out of the tree and grabs the wrist of yours that is holding the machete and squeezes as Oakley slowly starts to pull themselves out of the tree and pushing you back as they do. As they step all the way out of the tree, the machete is embedded in their stomach. And they're not bleeding, but they're holding your wrist in a death grip. And they do not look human anymore. They definitely look more like what you would expect a dryad to look like. The bark-like texture of their skin, their hair looks more like it's made of leaves, and the only thing they look inhuman and they look furious. There are streaks of sap down their face, and their eyes are pitch black with a bloody red glow to them as they hold your wrist, and they dig their nails in, and it feels like being crushed by a tree. It feels like a heavy branch crushing your leg or something, crushing your arm.
How big is Oakley? Do they still have the size of a humanoid, or are they have become the tree?
They are definitely taller than normal. So I'd say they're venturing 6.5 feet now. They're usually about 5'4". They're quite small normally. So they're definitely taller than you are.
Okay. Can he act in this moment, or
yeah,
is it another person's turn? Oh, okay.
No, it's unfortunately we don't really have turn order. It's just kind of thematically who goes.
Oh, gotcha. Can he yank his arm out, or is that too hard right now?
You can roll 1d6 for me.
1d6? Jesus. Okay.
You cannot pull away. You sort of give it a tug, and that sort of moment of realization of oh wait, she's a lot stronger than I am. Well, they're a lot stronger than me. And they sort of snarl and hold tighter.
If he can't yank his arm out, can he? I imagine the quiver is behind him or on his hip. He would take his other hand, grab a bolt, and jam it right in Oakley's eye.
Ooh, roll with volatile for me.
Okay, cool. He leveled up, so he'll get a +2 to this.
Goodness.
Please. Nice.
Jesus Christ.
12.
Cool. Yeah, you grab the bolt and jam it right into their eye, and they shriek. And again, it seems like the entire grove screams, and they stumble back. They release your hand and stumble back, off the machete, and clutch at their eye. They sort of they shy further and further away from you, and almost they're trying to hide as they clutch at their eye. And why do you do this? Why don't you just leave me alone? Leave me be.
We asked you to leave us be.
I was leaving you. I was leaving you alone. And then they point at Casey and say, You You are more monster than me. You destroyed everything that I've built here. You made this safe space not safe. Why have you done this?
Just sort of look over at Oakley, pull some of Velvet's sleeve like out of my teeth, and just. I was hungry.
Blair, stuck on the ground. You're kind of like half pinned under Casey, who was biting into Blair.
Into
Sorry,
Velvet?
into Velvet. Sorry.
So throughout this entire last interaction of Marcus attacking the tree and Velvet getting bitten, there's just been a slew of my fucking arm!
Yes.
Oh my god!
No, I'm bleeding.
Oh fuck, this is gonna scar!
I see the light.
Oh my god!
Get a tetanus shot.
Your mum is going to ask so many questions.
Rabies!
Ugh. The course of antibiotics that you're going to have to sneakily get while your mom's not looking.
Oh man, look. But at the same time, she's like, why is Casey so hot right now?
You're into it.
Going to try and grab it. I'm not very strong at all. There's a reason why the witches are patient and don't do things. I want to attempt to grab Casey's face to make eye contact, or at least get in the way to make eye contact. Just Casey, Casey, look at me. Just
once again, odds or evens?
please, go odds.
Evens.
My arm really hurt.
Odds.
Oh,
You get
I
eye
lost
contact.
one.
You lost it.
I'm going to, as I'm still half trapped under Casey, just say, a mix of the pain and also just sheer anger from being just pissed off with all the bullshit that's going on right now in my darkest self. Just stop hurting everyone and just think for a moment, Casey. And I'm going to hex bind
Easy binding hex.
so that they can't physically harm anyone. They can verbally berate and maybe leave some emotional wounds, but there will no physical for now, at least, just until they calm down a bit. Just trying to get Casey to along with the stop hurting people, just stop, think, calm down. My eyes cloud over red, and I'm going to try and see where my roll is to be able to roll for this. I think I roll just with I know it's the 2D, so trying to get the advanced dice roller. It's 2d6 plus my dark, I think, to roll. Hang on, I brought it up just a second ago. Roll with dark. On a 10 and up, the hex works. Okay. I have +2 to dark. And then because I'm in my darkest self, everything has a side effect. And 8! Dang it. Okay. It does not work. I saw that fist pump.
Well, no, a hex on a 7 to 9 it works, but
sorry, I must have misread. Hang on, let me get the thing back up.
it does work, but there are consequences.
On a 10, hex works. It can be reversed. 7 to 9, it works, but choose one. Does one harm for me? Weird side effect. Trigger.
It's already going to
darkest
have.
self.
It's already going to have a weird side effect because.
It's also I'm already pretty emo right now in my darkest self. I don't particularly want to take a harm.
Stiff shit. Take the harm.
Can there be 2 weird side effects? Or do you want to rule it that I do take the harm? Because I don't mind. If I don't have to.
Casey's been saying there's a bit of an exception, and I would like to hear their reasoning.
No, the thing is, no, if it had hex, the thing is, if you had bound me, there is still someone here that Casey could eat. Because Casey currently has a massive wound in their own arm.
Oh
That's
my. Okay.
disgusting.
Well, we can just hold you back. There's sticks. We can jam one in your mouth.
Well, yeah, it's cool. It's fine.
Please
I'll
do not
rip part of my
commit
shirt
auto cannibalism.
Why not? It's fine.
I'll rip part of my shirt off to shove it in there, so like you don't eat yourself if that needs to happen.
Well,
Cough.
all right. So, because you're in your darkest self, your hexes have unexpected side effects and are more effective than you're comfortable with. So, you cast this binding, and you can almost see like a physical manifestation of your magic at this point, and you watch like ethereal ribbons like snap out and wrap around like Casey, for a moment binding them like in a lock basically, and they sort of fade after a moment, but their effect still lingers. But you feel it lock around you too. And you know that it's kind of backfired in that way that now you can't do harm either.
Alright.
The extra side effect is that Casey can still do harm to themselves.
Alright.
Casey, you, in your current almost animalistic state, are aware that something has just been done to you. And as much as you want to bite at the person who just, like, bound you, you can't. Like, every time you sort of move to, like, bite at them, you feel like something's pulling you back and, like, holding you back. But you can still smell blood. And you are still very hungry. And you need to feel alive.
Okay. I brought it up, so...
You do it to yourself, but out, and that's what really hurts.
Yeah. I'm gonna eat my own arm, I guess.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna go take a fucking chunk out of yourself.
Oh, I was thinking like I actively stick my fingers into the cart and start pulling out things and shoving it into my mouth.
Oh, this episode is coming with a really big warning.
And I'm fucking death staring Blair as I do it.
Just reach in and yank out tendons.
Shall I mark down a harm?
Yeah, you're back to 3 harm now, right?
Yep.
It's fine. That's
Sure
fine.
am.
Delicious. Love that for you.
Well, that's what I'm up to now.
Aaron!
This sucks. I hate this for myself. Sorry, continue.
Chaos has descended upon this little grove just as you turned to leave. And forbidden chicken.
Oh wow, okay.
I hate you guys so much. And you see Oakley like step out of the tree with their hand around Marcus's wrist and then reel back as they're stabbed in the eye. And you see Casey start pulling chunks of themselves out and eating them. I hate this so much. I hate you guys. I'm never playing with a ghoul again.
We love you too.
I'm Velvet and Blair's there. Like they can handle Casey, or I don't know. I
We are
don't.
both bleeding.
I
The twins are there.
I can handle Casey. I'm a human. They can handle Casey. They're supposed to be more stronger than I am. Right now, I just want to. Listen, I got hurt. I just got told that I am like what? Like the monster in the story is happy. Probably got laid, and I didn't at all. So I just want to end this Oakley and this supernatural stuff and skip town. So I'm going to support Marcus. Most likely this is gonna be like did Marcus drop the machete or is he still holding
No,
it?
he's holding it.
Can we exchange the machete?
You still got your axe.
Yeah, I'm gonna brandish the axe and then I'm gonna aim to, well, from behind most likely chop Oakley's head off.
Jesus. Alright. You're a bit short to reach their head. Remember, they're about 6'5" now.
Oh, I can give a look at Marcus and say like kind of like a yell to bring them down kind of deal.
Yeah.
As Aaron's like running to get behind Oakley.
Okay.
Marcus?
Marcus would. Well, I don't know what's the most important to him right now. His darkest self motivation. Oh,
You are, your darkest self motivation is to take down the greatest evil,
no matter the cost.
no matter the cost. But you do also kind of believe that you have to do it alone.
Damn.
So there's a bit of a, like, you can take it either way. You can see what Aaron's doing as a necessary sacrifice, or you can push her out of the way. It's your choice.
He just turns to look at her. He throws her a smug smile-ish. He doesn't. Well, to him, he feels very confused right now because what is this mortal gonna do? What is she gonna do, huh?
She's brandishing an axe.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, she's fucking axe. Okay.
You got to light the way. Light the
Yeah,
way.
but he's in his darkest self. He has to do things alone. That's why. But he looks towards Oakley as he says, "It's time to finish this." And he smiles at Aaron, and he tries to bring down Oakley as he, jumps on
Hit the
them.
leg. Hit the legs.
Lash out physically again for me.
Nice.
This is Aaron unintentionally rescuing Marcus.
A 9. Cool.
Annoying.
So, you can pick one of the two because you're already in your darkest self.
Oh, can he also apply a condition while he does this to Oakley?
Yes. What condition?
Prone.
Prone. I'll allow it. You know what? Fuck it. It's dramatic. It's fun. Cool. So yeah, you leap on Oakley, and like they're kind of like they're still clutching at their eye and like clearly still a bit shocked. And you knock them to the ground, like effectively kind of like pinning them. And they, at this point, are like screaming and crying, like they're crying out. It's the fear in the air has kind of returned as they sort of like try to struggle out from underneath you, begging basically, like, please, I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't want this. This is not what I wanted. Please don't. Please, just leave us alone. Leave me alone.
Aaron,
You left me no choice. Aaron?
Aaron will start laughing at the background. Yeah, sure, whatever. Murderers don't deserve a happy ending. Sorry. I'm gonna chop their head off.
Roll for lash out again. Give us a swing. An 8. Ooh, bananas. You bring the axe down. And
I have final showdown.
you do, actually. You do have final showdown. Sorry, I'm just checking my sheets. Tell me what final showdown does.
Okay, so final showdown. Spend 4 strings you have on an NPC to kill them. They are irrevocably dead. They can spend any strings they have against you to deal you harm 1 for 1 on the way out. I'm so sad, Casey, I didn't get enough strings on you, but we'll see.
Cool. You bring the axe down on Oakley's neck, and in one swing with final showdown, their head comes clean off.
As like during the swing, like after the swing, so while the swing is happening for Erin, as she swings the axe around, she kind of gets pulled back to her childhood days of like something shadowy that she also beheads, and then back to present where she swings the axe and beheads Oakley.
You know you've done this before.
Not the first time, unfortunately. I just want a normal, happy love life, please. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So, Oakley's head comes off. And Marcus, you are dragged out of your darkest self because somebody stepped in to help you. And her head rolls across the grove and comes to rest at the edge of the pond. And it looks like... It doesn't look like Oakley anymore. It looks like almost like a wooden puppet. Like it looks like wood that has both grown in the shape of a face and been carved into the shape of a face. And their body basically like starts to almost meld with the ground, like, and it in moments it looks as if it's a fallen log that has been there forever. The ground has grown around it already, and the same thing happens to their head. And for a moment, everything is quiet, eerily, deathly quiet. And then from the center of the tree where Marcus stabbed the machete, it starts to rot and die. It almost petrifies before your eyes. And it spreads outwards along the trunk and up the branches. And as it touches the leaves, this is a pine tree. This is a Huon pine. They're evergreens. The leaves turn brown, and the grove is basically showered in dead pine needles. And the rot spreads down into the roots, and the grass around the tree, base of the tree, starts to die. It starts to go brown, it starts to wilt, as the entire grove slowly starts to die. What is your responses?
Marcus being knocked out of his darkest self, seeing Aaron as the one who kind of enlightened him in this moment, would actually have this form of admiration surface for Aaron. As he kind of says, that was kind of hot.
Sorry, what? Okay.
And he turns around and looks towards Casey and Velvet and Blair, see what's going on.
Are you guys
What is
trying to?
going on?
Are you guys trying to restrain
Yeah.
Casey?
I'm gonna look at the twins and be like, grab their arms.
Yeah.
And if
Mhm.
sorry, go on.
I was gonna say, Casey, can you just roll me 1d6, please?
Sure. 2.
Well, the twins restrain you. One twin grabs each arm. You can see Callista like visibly gagging as she grabs onto the bleeding arm, and it's like.
They've been working out.
Ugh. All right. If you keep me from eating for long enough, I do come out of my darkest self.
Mhm.
Oh, Velvet's not going to wait for that. It's going to pick up the nearest rock and just give you a whack across the head. Just try to knock you out.
Cool.
Oh, I'm just gonna put my other arm in Casey's mouth.
Just roll to
stop
latch
biting.
out physically, because I want to see if this causes the last harm.
If I had the
Hold on.
nickels for every time Velvet killed Casey, I would have 2 nickels.
Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice, right?
This is
In the same place.
isn't
Yeah, volatile.
it? Which still with the +1 for the twins helping.
Yeah, so it's still 0.
Okay.
Is there any way I can stop this from happening?
I hit
Let it
roll.
happen. Don't
Roll.
matter.
Give
Let
me
it
a sec.
happen.
Let it happen. Let it happen.
All right.
Oh, there we go. 7.
Cool. Casey dies.
Casey dies.
The intention was not to kill, much like last time, but this is how it goes.
You smack them across the head with a rock. Like you just you're in a panic. You just grab a rock and just hit them really hard. You're trying to knock them out, and their eyes sort of like widen for a moment as they're knocked free of their darkest self, and then their eyes go dull. And
This is how
they
we
sort of
flirt.
slump like a dead weight in the twins' arms.
They say romance is dead, and they would be correct.
But it gets better.
Callista is crying at this point and covered in blood.
Fuck Velvet again.
Velvet still kind of, in the moment, will take a little bit of Casey's blood from their arm and just taste it.
Fuck.
What do we taste? What are we getting? Hints of blueberries, perhaps?
Casey,
Yes.
what does your blood taste like? What does your flesh taste like, darling?
Well, it's actually kind of interesting at the moment because for someone like yourself who devours people and gets an essence of who they are, normally a person has just the one flavor to them of who they are. But Casey, for obvious reasons, currently has 6 flavors to them, considering they have 6 spirits inside of themselves a little bit at the moment. So it's a rich, mixed flavor, layers upon layers.
Basically,
Welcome to
like a
Flavor
licorice
Town.
all sort. Oh, in that case, Velvet's not stopping. At
I'm
just
gonna-
a taste.
Bonk
Oh,
Velvet on the back of the head and try and get her to stop continuing to eat. Just until like the hunter turns around and just try to stop this, because like
Don't ho.
clearly Marcus is on a warpath along with Aaron, and she wants to stop her friends from being killed as much as possible.
Just say that I fell.
It's like a very killer just slap on the back of the head and stop that.
Yeah.
Do I need a roll? Or
Oh, I'm not going to make you roll for that one. You're not aiming to cause harm.
no?
You're just gonna accidentally kill Velvet the way she accidentally killed Casey.
Again? Freaking again?
It's like fucking dominoes.
Stop it, Velvet. How bad's your arm?
How bad is my arm?
It was only one harm, so it's still bleeding, and it's probably going to need a course of antibiotics because human mouths are filthy.
Velvet will hold her arm up so Blair can see, like, hey, we match.
Look, now's not the time to be cute, okay? I'm gonna go into my bag of tricks and I'm gonna pull out a small first aid kit if I can.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
And yeah, if there's any, like gauze in there, I just want to wrap it around and just tie it to try and stop the bleeding for a bit. Or even just hold it to push pressure on it.
That hurts.
Yes, that's what happens. My arm hurts too. Just be glad it's not worse.
You don't happen to have any rope by any chance?
Yeah, I keep like 5 minutes. No, I don't. I don't have any rope. Ask Marcus. He's got a bunch of stuff on him at the moment.
I'm not talking to Marcus.
No, neither do I. We're gonna have to get Casey somewhere safe for the night.
You can take them back to mine.
Alright. Is Casey
I'm
still...
not leaving them with Marcus. No way.
No, I'm gonna yeah. I'll stay as well.
Guys, everything is dying.
Yeah, we need to go. We need to go before this place starts drawing attention to it.
Now, when you say dying, is this like trees toppling over and becoming a bit of a health hazard?
It's getting to that point. Like the
Okay.
ground underneath you is dead and dry and cracked, and you hear the distinct cracking sound of one of the branches of the of Oakley's tree breaking and crashing to the ground nearby. It doesn't land land on anybody, but it is it's a threat.
Oh. Is that the sound of the economy?
That's the sound of the town's economy.
You grab arms, I'll grab legs, and we'll just your car or mine. Mum's gonna kill me if she sees blood in the car. Is Casey still actively bleeding, or has that just stopped now that the heart has also stopped?
They're no longer actively bleeding, but they are covered in it.
Alright.
Chuck
I
them
don't have any.
in my car. It's fine.
Alright.
It's just Dad's car gives a shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Aaron and Marcus. Everybody else is getting ready to bail. What are your...
Do we see them leaving?
No, they're maybe like a couple of feet away from you. Like they're like maybe 2 meters away from you. Like they're not far. You see Casey sort of like slump.
Oh no. Okay. Oh god. All right. Oh no. Okay. He looks towards Aaron, and then he looks towards where Casey, Velvet, and Blair are, and he starts marching in that direction.
Aaron?
Is Aaron coming along, or is she just...
Aaron, you would notice, is just actually just staring down at the axe and just tapping it on the ground that is slowly drying up.
Hey, come on, we gotta get out of here.
You get out of here.
Yeah, the parking lot's that way.
And you're free to go.
Oh, okay. I thought... Alright. About earlier tonight... I'm sorry. Okay, it was... The room was getting to me, and... There's the whole them talking about me and Casey, and it's a sensitive topic. I'm sorry about the things I said. We were just getting really sidetracked from doing this. He points towards the ground.
This can easily be resolved in one night. Being sidetracked isn't. You can say that it's part of the journey itself, Marcus.
Part of the journey, like you've hunted creatures before? Have you? It didn't look like it was the first time you've chopped someone's body part off earlier. It looks like you knew what you were doing.
Well, you knew what you were doing. You knew what we were supposed to be hunting. Look at you. You're geared. You're armed to the teeth. Yet you didn't start this whole thing. You didn't tell us. We had to figure out what the hell a dryad is.
I didn't know what a dryad was either, and that's why I needed time to research. But that's all said and done. We've done the job. Town is saved, thanks to you. How does that feel?
Frustrating, okay? I just wanted to finally have a lover that's normal, a love life that's normal, a happy high school life that's normal, and yet I am here. I'm stuck here. I just killed a dryad. Hunting is not exactly a word I would say. It's more like getting rid of your ex kind of deal.
He looks at Oakley's decaying remains. Ex, you were dating Oakley? I was not aware.
No, you dummy. I meant before.
Harper?
No.
You killed Harper?
Harper's the only chance I had, my only shot for a nice, normal love life.
I'm sorry, this is a conversation for later and a lot of counseling needed. But I'm just gonna let it slide because you helped me take care of Oakley. Can we please go? I don't want anything happening to you here.
And like Aaron just turns around and starts moving towards the exit, towards the parking lot, huffing and puffing and mumbling about ex-demon boyfriends, ex-fucking ghost boyfriends. They're all shitty. Some ex-elf girlfriends.
Yep. No, Marcus is kind of thinking to himself, yeah, she needs lots and lots of therapy. Anyways, he walks towards Velvet Blair and the corpse of Casey. Looks like you guys were having a little bit of fun.
I would not call this fun, Marcus. Personally.
Are you okay?
No. No, I'm not okay, Marcus.
Don't worry. Casey's fine, by the way. See? Look, they're happy, healthy, and Velvet would just grab one of their limp arms, just make a wavy hand motion.
Well, we have matching bite marks, so that's fun.
Yeah.
Zombie. I called it. Zombie.
Really? They're not a zombie. They said so multiple times.
Well, evidence. He points towards your arms.
Just shut the fuck up, Marcus. My God.
Okay, Miss, I've got tons of exes that I am not over. You guys,
We're gonna handle Casey.
Yeah.
You can go,
butcher some monsters somewhere.
Hey,
go kill some people.
Stop.
You know that Oakley couldn't fight back, right? They didn't make any attempt to fight back. You just
he's
shot
basically a
someone while
cop.
they were down.
Well, what were you guys gonna do? Fight amongst yourselves and
We weren't.
hopefully
You,
come out
you
on
kept
top?
instigating fights. That all back at my shed. That was your bullshit that you decided to start talking about.
Right.
We had an idea of what we wanted to do. We had to all come together and just talk about what we needed to do. If we wanted to talk to Oakley and say, hey, Oakley, do you want Moss to be with you like this forever? Literally, Erin had already just set it up and you decided to go be the hero. And now look what it's led. I'm bleeding, Velvet's bleeding, Casey's dead again.
For the
And the
record,
grove is gone.
for the record, I wasn't here eating flowers.
And? Where were you?
On my way here.
So you were gonna just do this yourself as well, like Erin? Big
They were
hero
here
man,
first.
huh?
Look, I get that you're bleeding out of your arm and very angry, but
I'm fucking
And it's starting to
pissed.
bleed out of my ears listening to this shit.
I'm still walking, by the way. Like I'm not stopped.
I imagine we're all like on our way out because who wants to stay in a rotting place?
Look, Marcus, just go away for now, right? Just understand that instead of helping your friend, you wanted to play the hero again.
I'm sure Mummy's going to be very proud of you, Marcus. Did you go tell her what a big boy you've been? Maybe we
You all
should give you a
can-
cookie.
You all can say whatever you want, do whatever you want. All you guys did tonight was squabble amongst yourselves and get sidetracked from the real
Actually,
monster.
no, we're helping our friend who
Who's dead right now.
No, see, Casey left the shed because of you. Because of the reveal that you let them die multiple times. And would you look at that? They're dead again. So, Marcus, go away.
Blame me all you want, Blair, but it's not going to change anything right now.
That's the thing. People like you never will change anything.
I'm sure eating tons of corpses will.
Casey's not going to eat any more corpses. Casey hasn't eaten any corpses. Thank you very much.
Looking directly at Blair. Velvet.
Look at the clever little boy who thinks he knows what's going on. It's very dangerous, Marcus, all these little things that you think you know.
It's very dangerous, the line you're walking on, Velvet.
Sleep tight, Marcus.
I will.
Can you guys stop vague, veiled threats? Thank you.
I just want to go home, guys.
Then go home, Erin.
Okay. And like Erin starts walking, but then starts walking the other way towards the car, but then stops and turns towards Blair. Thank you for coming to my rescue, by the way.
Thought you were going to do something stupid. Hurt yourself. I was right, I guess. Fuck me,
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, I'm still glad that I have a friend like you who actually says something when somebody's doing something stupid, especially me when I'm doing something stupid.
And you still did it though.
But that's kind of why we love you.
Just,
Do you guys want a ride home, or
I drove myself.
Yeah, I've got a ride. But if you don't feel like going home, there's always room at my place. It's been a night.
Yeah, can I at least drop off this car? Because I don't want the doctor to be, annoyed at me taking the car without permission.
Oh, don't want to be a little rebel?
Can we get Casey to the car. I
Yeah, he is getting a little heavy.
Yeah, they're
Hey,
getting
so-
pretty heavy.
right, my bad.
Twins sort of like the twins are currently like kind of bearing the brunt of Casey's weight, like while you guys all argue amongst yourselves.
Oh no, I'm heaving.
Okay.
I'm lifting with my one arm that can still bear weight right now.
Because in that argument, Velvet has definitely like completely let go to turn around and like point fingers at Marcus too, so they would have to have like picked up the slack multiple times.
Yeah, the twins are definitely taking on Velvet's portion of the carrying.
Just
As is only right, the natural order of things.
You guys can also see the water in the pond at the grove starting to dry up as well, and the rot and decay is actually starting to spread past the borders of the actual grove.
you've fucked this town. I don't know who did the final blow, but you've fucked this town. The people are going to be leaving. People are going to abandon ship because everything is dying. This is exactly what we did not want. So I hope it was worth it. Displacing homes and ruining lives.
Our savior.
I'm gonna pull my when we get to, like, I'm gonna pull my phone out and just text my mum. Had an emergency at Velvet's. Yeah, we're friends again. Don't ask right now. I'm staying the night at her house. I borrowed the car. Sorry.
Amazing. You guys do manage to sort of get Casey back to the car and pile them into the backseat. The only time you've ever traveled in a car is when you're dead. Congrats. You guys all sort of stand on that threshold. And who's going with Casey and Velvet and Blair?
Erin will say that she is going to go home and drop off the car, but she's actually driving out of town with the stolen car.
Marcus?
He's gonna go home and write everything down as the first chapter of his journal.
When you do arrive home, your mum is actually sitting at the kitchen counter. She's drinking, which is alcohol, which is something she doesn't do very much. She's got a glass of whiskey, and you sort of come through the door, and she doesn't seem to notice you at first, and you have that moment of realization that that she is not just the woman who trained you, she is definitely still your mom, and she's so worried. Like, she's sick with worry. She's holding the glass, and she's sitting beside her is a brand new journal, and she's looking at it and sipping from her whiskey, and she looks older, and when she sort of hears you, she turns, and like the relief in her face is immeasurable. Came back
In one piece, just like I said, he says as he starts putting away the crossbow and the machete.
She steps up to you and sweeps you up into a hug as tight as she can, and she's trying very hard not to cry. And she says, "I thought I would be okay, and I'm so proud of you. But you don't have to do this if you don't want to. I don't We can wait a few more years.
I
You just
I'd like some time to think about it, Mom. I first have to. I have so many things to write down. But the Dryad is dead. Gone.
she sort of balks at that, like her eyes go very wide. She sort of nods very slowly, and she steps over to the counter and pats the journal. This one's yours. And she then goes over to the liquor cabinet and she pours you a glass of whiskey and puts it down in front of you. Says,
Oh no.
I won't tell him. You look like you need it.
Yeah, funny thing. The grove is dying. By the second. It's decaying. Rotting away. The trees.
It needs the Dryad to live. The grove was the Dryad. I didn't expect you to kill her.
Technically, I didn't kill her.
I thought
Oh.
you'd just bind it the way that they did before.
I wanted to subdue them. And make me banish them. But there was a new girl that actually chopped their head off. She was very confident about it too. Which I need to write down.
Some of us have more experience with fighting monsters than others.
Speaking of monsters, Velvet, Blair, and Casey were there.
They were
Eating
your
each
friends.
other.
What?
Not the sense that you think. It was
No,
more.
like cannibalism.
Well, they were. Okay, maybe eating each other was quite an exaggeration, but they were taking bites at each other. I don't know if it was some kind of drug they induced while I was not around, but they were all very feral.
Write it down. We'll figure it out in the morning.
And strangely enough, I get all the blame for destroying the grove.
It's fine. Your mum sort of nods and unfortunately that's part of the job. Taking the blame for things. Even if it was the right thing, it seems like the wrong thing.
Is this what Dad had to endure when he was still around?
When we realized that you were the next chosen, we didn't take it very well.
I just wanted to say thanks, Mom. And he gives her a warm hug.
Velvet, Blair, and Casey, you are heading to Velvet's place. Oh, Callista is driving you to Velvet's place.
I think Blair would have been in her car,
Oh, yeah.
and yeah, would have, I don't know, either called or whatever to keep them on the line or whatever.
You arrived there relatively quickly. Casey is still dead when you get there. And you sort of manage to it's late. It's getting close to midnight at this point, so you manage to get them upstairs without being spotted.
Can I get like a cloth or something and like clean up as much of the blood off them as possible?
There's Layla takes you down the hall to the.
I've been here. I've been here before.
Yeah, you've been here before. You know where the linen closet is.
Yeah, I'm gonna go straight there and just.
Yeah, it's full of white towels.
Yeah, nice.
Delicious. Pink towels in the morning.
Oh yeah.
Layla does actually help with cleaning up AC as well.
After that, I think Blair would sort of click fingers, point at Velvet, and then point at a chair, like with all the other like stuff to clean up the wounds and stuff. Very much like, get over here now, sit down. Not messing about right now.
Velvet doesn't have the energy to fight.
Yeah, do my best to help patch up Velvet.
And Velvet will complain at each and every sting.
Stop it. You know, Marcus is probably going to try and hunt us down now, at least.
You can try.
Oh, I haven't even hurt anyone. I just bad rap.
People like him don't need an excuse. They see something different and they just kill.
Oh, like every other high school ever, seeing someone different, deciding to go for the metaphorical kill.
Yeah, although this one's actually got, crazy mum and I'm guessing a closet full of fucking weapons.
Well, given what he showed up with, probably. Stop wiggling, please.
But it stings.
It's going to. You got bitten.
Yeah, I know. I was there.
I'm gonna have to get antibiotics or something. Just.
I don't think we're gonna get rabies.
Infected. No, I don't think they have rabies.
Yeah,
rabies
probably not.
Is very different. Look, I'm sure the pharmacy will have something that'll, antibacterial.
So how long do you think until they wake up? Resurrect, whatever you want to call it.
I mean, they woke up the next day last time, so.
Like, things when they wake up, are they still going to be bitey? Should we tie them just in case? And like,
may as well. Hopefully not. I mean, I don't know how they're going to react to being tied up on a bed with us standing over them, but it'll be fine.
I mean, could be much worse.
Yeah.
And like, I'm sure they'll understand.
No.
Kind of kinky.
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't call cannibalism and then auto cannibalism kinky. Speak for yourself.
Hey, don't kink shame.
I'm not shaming. Just slightly oppressing. I don't have any rope, so unless you have some rope somewhere hidden away in your closet, I got nothing.
Like in your shed, you'll have that there's there's rope in the shed and stuff like that. Like that's legit.
Yeah. Like there's garden ties you just tie your tomatoes back with or whatever.
These are nice.
Yeah. We'll do that and we'll just restrain Casey just in case they wake up snackish.
I'm gonna I don't think I'm sleeping tonight. I think we should just wait until they wake up to explain things, because I don't want them waking up alone after all this.
Well,
You're welcome. I'm asleep. I just don't.
Oh, thank you for
I'm-
permission.
I'm not telling you what to do, Velvet. Just.
You get so riled up.
I'm sorry. Okay.
For what this time? What did you do?
Just
What did you do?
everything. If it stops you from just. I'm sorry. I
figured
wanted to. Can I pull Velvet into a hug?
I'm not stopping you.
Is Velvet going to stop me?
Roll volatile.
I don't have very good.
Velvet
volatile.
won't stop, but it will definitely come as a surprise. And she'll return the hug.
I think Blair would hold on for a hot moment. Just. Yeah.
There'll come a point in that Velvet's just going to stare at the wall and like make that awkward face while Blair's still kind of latching on tight, but not say anything.
Just sort of let go and you straighten self up and don't tell anyone. Just.
I won't tell your mum.
She's gonna. She already knows I'm here, so it's gonna come out eventually.
No. Do you need to move out? Is it going to be serious?
No, it's just going to be a process of trying to weave a tale of how this happened without the cannibalism and the dryad business. I don't know, I'm just gonna say during detention we reconnected, some shit like that.
Okay. Yeah, maybe you should be too distracted by the whole, town shriveling up and dying. And
Yeah.
We gotta make plans for that. Like, we can't stay here.
Alright,
mean,
look.
no one wants to fucking stay here before this happened, but
Look, I've got money I've been saving from working at the shop to move out since I was 16. So
have you been magically pickpocketing customers?
no, I've been working for an honest wage, you nepo baby.
That is such a wasted opportunity.
I'm not a
Nepo
thief.
baby.
You are. You do realize that you have money, Velvet. Like,
I know, I spend it. I realize I have it.
right? So, nepo baby.
Don't be jelly.
I'm not. I like my honest wages.
It is honest. I go, Daddy, can I have some money? And I get money. It's honest.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna make that comment. We've buried the hatchet. The hatchet is long buried. I'm not gonna make that comment.
Buried in Casey by the look of it.
Oh, no, that would be the rock that you slammed into their temple.
This is twice now. Am I just destined to keep killing them?
Look, I mean,
Like
at
by
least
accident?
you didn't eat them this time. You nearly did, which I don't know. Control yourself a bit more.
Well, it was in the heat of the moment.
Clean up
It's
my own
pretty
armor.
spicy.
Just I don't know. Stay a meter away from me while I clean up my own arm. I don't want to risk it.
How about you just put a muzzle on me? Would that make you feel
I
better?
mean, we could. Would you like that?
And that's kinky.
Well, we've already tied Casey down, so I'm just
Should
gonna
we,
go and clean my
should
arm.
we gag them so they don't scream when they wake up?
I don't know if they're gonna scream. Who's gonna hear them? The neighbors?
Oh, I live in this house all alone, Oh, wait, no, wait, there's my parents.
Are they here?
I have no idea.
I thought they were on a business trip all the time or something.
Oh, probably.
If they haven't come into all this, so I'm going to assume that they're all out at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean,
I didn't kill them and put them in the basement. It was going to clear that out of the air right now.
good. I was definitely going to search the basement next. Just like saying this through gritted teeth as I like try and clean my own arm.
Hey, you know what?
What?
We could get these tattooed, and she points to the bite marks.
I mean,
Twinsies forever, right?
I've heard of like, I mean, sure. You know what? Sure.
You know that's probably gonna scar, right? You don't need to get it tattooed. It's just gonna be matching scars.
Oh, but we could like color it, make it look really cool.
It's
Oh,
going to be
we can
fairly
call
red.
ourselves? We call it the Bite Club. What's the first
Bite
rule
Club.
of Bite Club?
Well, you know what?
Keep your hands out of Casey's mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
I'm gonna go make tea, says Callista.
Please.
Oh, that would be fantastic. Thank you.
Layla has just been sitting beside Casey, like gently dabbing away the blood, and they do make a point to wrap up. We should just make a point to wrap up Casey's arm as well, even though it's not bleeding anymore. It's like just in case it starts bleeding when they wake up.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I don't know if it would, to be honest. It's what time is it? Midnight? Like
It's about midnight. Yeah.
Alright. If it passes midnight and Casey isn't awake, then clearly it's like not midnight. Maybe it's dawn.
Maybe it's just time.
Yeah.
Maybe like a.
Is the town? Do you reckon the town's gonna die?
I think the economy is gonna go first, and I think tourists are gonna stop coming.
I mean, it was only a matter of time anyway. I mean, look at this shithole.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. Tourists. There's always an influx of tourists everywhere.
What about the sacrifice?
What?
Didn't someone say that you could make another dryad?
Yeah, that was part of the idea of what we were gonna do. Moss, but I assume that Moss is asleep right now.
Wait, are you suggesting that we make a replacement dryad that isn't gonna like turn people into flowers to keep the town alive? I mean, we just got rid of one dryad. Like, do we want to go there so soon?
Oh, you know.
Yeah.
I think, look, if it involved what I think it did with burying somebody alive, I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't waste food like that.
Casey,
It would,
at this point you wake up.
That?
Yeah.
Morning, sunshine.
You don't waste food like that. Casey's eyes go like open.
So, like, am I gagged or am I just restrained?
I don't think we had time to gag you, but it was on the
Phenomenal.
cards.
We talked about it, but we did not gag.
The eyes just open, just
Like
Shit.
Layla's still sort of like paws like above you with a piece of cloth in their hand, like
shh, shh, shh. I just shake my head slowly and
You gonna eat us there?
Are you
Mom?
still feeling very bitey?
no, can I have some water? Can I just have some water?
Is
A
it to
cotton
wash
mouth.
the taste of my arm out your mouth?
Yes. Sorry. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm sorry.
A bit velvet too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I did. Mhm.
Just,
And me and myself.
yeah.
Huh. I just sort of looked down at my arm, which is healed, and just huh.
That
Yeah,
feels
but-
a little unfair.
Layla leans back and like sticks her head half out the door and says, "Bring another cup."
Just sort of look down to where my wrists are tied together, and then just
We
whose
weren't.
bedroom am I in?
Velvets.
That'd be mine.
You think I would decorate it like this?
So I just raise my wrist and just look at the rope and just... Is this like a you thing? Who tied me up?
It was a collective effort. I did one arm. Velvet did the other. We didn't know if you were going to eat us again.
God. Okay, I know this is like the worst thing to say after everything. I'm really hungry. I need like something to eat. Not a person, but like a sandwich. I'll even choose some ice if that's what it takes.
Callista returns.
I promise I won't bite either of you ever again at all.
Callista
I'm sorry.
does return at this point, and she's got like a tray because she can't carry 5 freaking mugs. And she's also got a packet of biscuits. It's like, I could vaguely hear you say that you were hungry.
God, those look so good. Yes, that's amazing. Awesome. But first, blood doesn't none of that tasted as bad as I thought it would.
Layla takes the cup and like pushes it against your lips, like, stop talking.
Yeah, thank you.
So,
I mean, you weren't too bad yourself.
this is a great time to let you know that Velvet also eats people.
Oh, yeah, no, just blurt that out. Why not?
I mean, why beat around the bush?
Do you come back to life? Like, are you like me?
I'm not willing to find out.
So,
It's a demon.
But most likely, no.
So why do you, I don't like look at the like where the girls are just like fine with it and just like then back to you and just
No, they do it too.
Oh,
Like a.
that explains why you did take a chomp at me, I think. So why do you do it? And are you gonna do it to me again? And as I was just raising my wrists are tied, like where I'm tied, like look at where I'm tied up, like.
Only if you say please.
So why do you do it?
She's very self-absorbed.
Like, we don't taste half bad. I've just discovered.
Look.
Is that why?
If there's things you want in life, you take it. You do whatever you have to do to get it.
I
That's
feel like we've gone past the point where vague is fine.
Do
You've
you
killed me twice. Can I get something?
by accident. When did you
Once on purpose.
notice me? When did you first realize, oh hey, that's Velvet?
Honest answer? When I was like 13 and first starting to ask questions about myself.
You must be the only one. Because
I mean-
no one else really seemed to.
Put my hand up. Just. We were friends for many years. Just gonna put that out there, but
I don't think that's what Velvet.
yeah, I know.
Oh, so you eat people to get hotter?
I mean, if you want to put it crudely, sure, for the sake of brevity.
You are what you eat.
Yeah.
Like a sexy kind of Hannibal Lecter.
So Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah.
Switches are just sort of.
Only Mads Mikkelsen, though.
Yeah.
It's like the switches are just going off in the brain and like trying to put the wires, trying to put the pieces together. But so Casey's just like looking around at everybody and then.
I'm gonna untie Casey, by the way.
Oh.
Thank you. Can I have those
Sorry,
biscuits? Can I have those biscuits? Please.
Callista
Yeah.
hands over the biscuits.
Yoink! And like snatch out of the hand. Thank you. Rip open, start like shoving biscuits into my mouth. So Blair,
Yep.
do you eat people? Is this like
Nah.
a club that? No. Okay.
I'm not part of the club. No, I'm just I'm just cast spells.
Layla and Callista sort of slowly raise their hand a little bit.
But the yeah. the Shining twins are part of it. So
Chadwood used to eat people too.
I was about to ask. Okay, cool. Sure, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Did I think I remember everything, but I don't think I like ate anyone.
no, everyone else is alive, other than Oakley, which has been beheaded by Erin or Marcus or both of them probably.
Erin, wait, hang on.
Erin said she was going to be here, but I don't think she is.
Erin and Marcus
No.
killed Oakley.
Yep.
Where's Marcus? And Erin's not.
So
Can someone catch me up? Because I died.
Erin,
Thank you for that, by the way, Velvet.
It was an accident.
But not a terrible solution to the problem. I feel fine now.
I was
I
going to ram a
did-
sock in your mouth or something.
I did eat the flowers. I did do
We saw.
that.
Yeah.
So
It
you
was
ate
an
Chadwick.
experiment that got like the first one was just an experiment, but it got really addictive. It tasted really good. It was like a rush. Anyway,
As long as you don't feel that rush anymore, you know. I only have 2 arms. One of them is already bitten.
no, I think I'm good. I think I'm chill.
Well, I hope so, because I've just taken off the bindings of your wrists.
Yeah.
So
No, biscuits are good. Biscuits are working. Did
Erin-
Aaron try and cut? Aaron tried to cut my arm off.
Oh yeah, she beat
Yeah.
the shit out of you.
yeah.
That was kind of hot. Like even when I was in the throes of actually wanting to eat her skin, it was still kind of hot. I think I have issues.
Just a little
Anyway.
way.
So what happened? What? I died.
Yeah, I got a call.
That's the
from,
second time I've died at the Grove, and then been out of the loop.
Yeah. Look, I got a call from Erin saying that she was on her way there, and then I was gonna go stop her from doing something stupid, and then you get another call from Erin, and it's you talking about eating her. So I hit the gas, and the others showed up shortly after, and Erin and Marcus. I think Marcus took an axe or something to the tree, and Oakley showed up, all like Slender Man, and just started fighting. I'll be real, there was no fight. There was just Marcus and Erin beating up Oakley. Oakley didn't even fight back.
Yeah, I think I would have been the only person that Oakley would have had actual like fully aggressive beef with in that moment, because I did eat their friends.
Yeah.
But
That's
she
on
was-
me.
But
That's
they
my
were
bad.
bound. Like they couldn't
Yeah,
fight back
but
if they wanted to.
We've
That's why they did.
the group of us.
Oh, you're also bound as well.
The group of us have argued this. We argued the semantics of that, the cement like earlier tonight, and we can go around everyone that in circles. So like, Oakley died, and it was Erin and Marcus, but you're not sure who.
Well, one of them did it. I just started blaming Marcus, to be honest. He's the one who showed up with weapons.
And
He was
he
going to
had
lone
the-
wolf it.
I mean, that's
He has this big hero complex he's now latching onto big time.
okay. I know that you guys are like against that, but I kind of think I don't know.
He completely
kinda proud of
ignored
him.
you.
Yeah, he did.
I will just say that.
While I
he-
was trying to eat Aaron and then trying to
Yeah.
eat you.
And then got upset that we didn't really help him while you were eating us.
And then by saving the town, looks like he's killed the town. So
Oh, that's a real thing.
will-
Like that turned out to be true. Like, are we
Everything
gonna like
is dead.
fall into lava, or is
No, but every plant is dying.
every plant?
Everything.
no, I mean I'm not sad to see this
Oh
town
god.
like just get obliterated because I fucking hate this place. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, this is
I didn't want the
kind of
economy.
on short
when-
notice, and it's really inconvenient.
My like.
I mean, I'm not too sad that like Oakley's dead because she did kill Chadwood for no good reason, and I was for
I
killing her,
mean-
but this is all
I-
inconvenient.
Well, it's I mean, I was gonna bounce them like after graduation. I think most of us were, but like, I don't know. My uncle lives here, man, and like my parents are buried here, so I was still gonna come back.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
granted, I guess the cemetery is going to stick around even if the town. I
The
guess
cemetery
that's.
will be fine. It's just
No, even they're
plants.
gonna pack up and leave.
You're hilarious, but like it. Dude,
It's just plants.
yeah. Man. Oh god, my head is killing me. By the way, like, you don't need no need for a painkiller. It'll fade because I always get better.
Wax.
But like, yeah, you solidly hit me with a rock valve. Like that was good.
You
That
did
was
take a solid chunk out of both of us.
I
so-
did. I know, and
was in the
I know this
moment.
might not be like the most wanted review in the world, but like, you tasted great. So whatever diet
Thanks.
you both got working on,
Well,
fire away with it.
Well, I mean, you know what Velvet's is, but
Yeah. Okay. On that quick, have you eaten anyone that I know? Like,
you remember Haley? People really forgot her, didn't they?
I'm not mad about that. Okay. Cool.
I asked
cool.
the same question.
Well,
I've known for like a couple of days, so
a couple of days.
yeah, I'm good at keeping a secret.
She's taking it really well.
That's real mum's the word. Okay. So Oakley died, the plants are dying, the town is fucked, I died, you guys got me here. What's the Marcus and Aaron situation like location wise?
I told Marcus to go away,
So he's probably at home crying to mummy.
and Erin said she was
Oh.
dropping the car off and coming back here, but
She's in the wind.
Okay.
I don't think she's coming back.
Alright, I'll swing by Marcus's then. Maybe. Although it might just kill me on
I
sight.
think it's
Yeah.
probably best not to tonight.
I suppose I could just call him in the morning. Like, he knows I'm coming back, so like
Let him
give him a
simmer
night
down.
give him a night to cool off. But like, he did
I mean,
also
there's-
kill his first big villain, so like I feel like I should just
Yeah, and by the
I don't
sound of
know.
it, we're kind of next on the list because he's made some not so veiled threats that both Blair and I, and most likely you, are monsters.
Yeah.
yeah, he
So-
yeah, he did.
Yeah,
More than
Yeah,
likely, he is going to kill us or try to.
I'll
Yeah,
definitely
he did
try to.
hardcore threaten to end up having to hunt me down in the shed.
Yeah, he did, which is why I told him to go away.
Okay.
I did blame him as well for your death this time around, but you know.
Okay, you didn't
the
have
whole-
to do that. Like that's just
I was angry. I was pissed.
Alright, well,
You gotta understand that I've tried so hard to keep everything level-headed through all of this.
oh fuck.
And it all just
I'm like
did
this
not
sort of
matter.
like patting my pockets. My phone's at the fucking Grove. Shit.
The cops are gonna love that one.
I mean, what are they going to do?
I don't think they're gonna. It's not a murder investigation. There's just
I can't
dead
go back to the
trees.
Grove again.
Third time's the charm.
It'll
it
be the
was
first time in a
stolen.
while I'll walk away from it.
Oh, by the way, how did you like, were you summoned from the dead, or was this just kind of like you died and hey, you woke up? Because Mel takes out one of the sticky notes and just plonks it on Casey's head again, because this doesn't work.
What the?
I don't even what's it meant to what am I meant to be feeling?
So you shouldn't be moving, or I guess speaking, or doing anything.
So like a
Is that for-
sigil or something?
Yeah, like any of you seen like Mr. Vampire? Like when they put the paper on the head, the vampires don't move, kind of like that, but it's not working.
Is this from your book?
Yeah,
Book?
and Vel will. Oh,
Book.
I'm getting a lot right now.
Well, we're delving more into the spiritual hoo-ha of Velvet's diet.
Right. Well, to end initially well, and Casey would just sort of just retreat in on themselves a little bit, to sort of just shuffle back so their back is against the backrest and pull their knees up to the chest a little. And I don't know how I came back the first time, and I don't know why it keeps happening. I don't even really the deaths themselves are kind of a blur. It's like waking up from a dream. It gets foggy real fast. I was in a car crash when my parents died. We were collided almost head on with a drunk driver. They died. I died. Aaron saw me die. And then I woke up a couple of hours later. I woke up in the morgue.
Blair, is there some kind of divination spell we can do with like a little bit of Casey's blood to maybe give him some answers?
I can try. Sort of gazing into things.
Like an abyss?
Do you want me to, Casey?
I've sort of poked around in my own soul, I guess is the way for it, a couple of times.
And your arm.
Yeah.
You have to clean under your nails after that one.
Yeah. So like, don't be surprised, and just sort of just extending the wrist. Like, don't be surprised if like you have a look in there and there's nothing there.
Well, I mean, you said it yourself. You're not a zombie, so there's.
But I am
got to be
pretty empty.
Something. No, you're not.
It's going well. Actually, on that note, it is actually the only reason why I was able to eat the plants, and like why I connected. You know, you guys know how I connected with the plant and it began to die like immediately.
Right.
It's because I'm empty. I absorbed the life because I'm a vacuum internally. So there's that, and I'm not handling that great.
Well,
so I apologize for the breakdown I had at the shed.
Breakdown away
and storming off, because I'm kind of dealing with the fact I don't have a soul, which is why I kind of thought I might be able to like kill Oakley by eating Oakley, because Oakley is like I can keep everything alive forever and always, and meanwhile I am a void, and I was like, okay, if I eat Oakley, then maybe it'll cancel each other out, you know? Like that was my rationale. But Marcus and Aaron took a fire axe to a tree and did the job, so don't need to worry about that anymore. Anyway,
they beheaded him.
They beheaded Oak, like just full on removed the head, destroyed the brain.
I saw a head roll and just look. Do you want me to look into it? I don't have to. Like I can. I'll speak for myself here, but like you've got more soul than people I've met, so
that's actually very sweet. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm not the nicest person in the world, but
neither am I.
No,
I'm pretty close.
Neither is Velvet.
I thought Aaron was the nice one, and then Aaron took an axe to.
God, she's like a pocket-sized psychopath.
No, in fairness, taking the axe to me was fair. I did try and eat Aaron. So like,
yeah, but you hadn't
that one's
physically done
totally
anything.
fair.
Like, did she try and like talk it down?
There was a conversation.
Did you listen?
I wasn't really able to.
Right.
Have you guys ever had the munch? Like, have you guys ever had like the munchies?
Yeah, no, constantly.
Uh-huh.
No, like anyway. Sure. Yes.
Not for flesh, but yeah.
Yeah, hunger couldn't listen. It's hard to explain, but I'll extend my wrist, like my hand and my wrist to Blair. Or we can swing by your place at some point and turn me into the next great mystery, I guess.
Oh, my place, or?
Well, your shit's at your shed.
I don't need my shit. It helps, but I don't need it. Like at the moment, you can't physically harm anyone.
It's kind of like having a calculator, but you're also able to do the equations in your head.
Yeah.
Just takes longer.
Yeah.
Okay,
you
cool.
haven't actually seen it. Both times you were dead or just kind of, Yeah, you haven't. Well,
I'm
look, when
sorry. That feels kind of rude, honestly, because like you've seen my shit, and like yeah, that feels kind of rude.
the first time you died at the Grove, I got a bit mad at Velvet for killing you, and so I made her see some stuff.
Velvet insulted me to death. Like honestly, I've died a lot of
Snakes.
times, Velv. Kind of the funny one. Like that's going down in the history books as the funny death.
Oh,
Bunch
you're
of
welcome.
snakes and such.
But like a lighthearted one. Yeah, the wrist is still extended to Blair. Like by the way.
I'm like holding the palms, just waiting, like finishing my sentence before going on. Alright, I'm gonna look down at the palm, sort of try and read what the palm says, and then look up, and I want to like look right into Casey, because the eyes are the windows to the soul, baby. I'm looking at those eyes, and I'm going to try and gaze into the abyss.
Is there any particular way that I can help with this, storyteller?
You are a muted storyteller, just in case you don't know.
I absolutely.
I got
don't
sick of
realize
this.
I didn't realize I was muted. I am not even gonna make you roll for it because we're doing final scenes. We're wrapping it up.
Mm-hmm.
So you are helping by simply by simply not resisting.
Yep. I'm opening the door, as it
Mhm.
were.
Staring deeply into each other's eyes, and my eyes cloud over bright red, and do my hoodoo
Demon?
magic.
Demon.
Come on.
Oh no, that's Velvet. I'm not demonic.
Hey, ghouls. The voice.
Yeah, I just want to discern if I can figure out how this happens to Casey, or what
Mhm.
caused this to happen to Casey,
Oh.
in terms
Casey,
of the, you know.
as a player, do you know how it happens?
I don't.
You don't? You didn't think of it?
I
Well,
I'm pretty sure I left it up to you.
you did, but sometimes people change their minds.
Oh, I am happy to give this mystery to you. Because I couldn't meta or anything.
So, as the two of you sort of focus and gaze into the abyss together, you get this sense. As Casey said when describing what their blood tasted like, it's not so much that there are many souls within them, but something about that first crash fragmented their soul and split their soul amongst the various realms of death. And each time they die, they come back with a little bit more of their soul until they finally have the entire thing, at which point that's their last life. That's their last chance. So the reason that the many souls, in figure quotation marks, make Casey taste so fascinating is because each soul is flavored slightly differently, or each piece of their soul is flavored slightly differently by the various deathscapes that they've been a part of.
Blinking out of that, and my eyes are returning back to their normal color. Well, okay. Gonna pat Casey's hand before letting go. Well, good news, bad news?
Jesus.
Not bad
Bad.
news. Your soul shattered and fragmented when you died that first time. I saw it happen. It all just spread across different realms of the dead, and it's gone everywhere. Like when you shatter a glass and it just scatters. But the good news is you won't be like this forever. Each time you have died, I don't know how many times you have, but each time you've died, a piece has come back to you. And you're collecting it all over time, and eventually you'll have it all back. Then that'll be it.
Once I'm intact again,
The next time you die, it'll be it. You'll be gone for good.
oh,
So you one day you will be able to die. Permanently.
there's for the briefest like micro expression instant, the smallest flicker of a smile, like almost like relief in a way.
But I don't want you offing yourself every other day to speed that process up, okay?
No, chatting with Aaron and Marcus, I can prioritize some other things, I guess. I mean, I don't know if Marcus is going to want me fighting by his side to the death anymore, but
Like, he shouldn't have wanted that in the first place, but that's just me.
that was my choice at first. It was
At
my
first.
decision.
But you're exploited.
I didn't know about his destiny.
Yeah, that's what made me mad. That was the final straw for me when we found that out. He can't tell a lie, by the way. You weren't there for it, but it'll hurt if he does lie for a while.
Okay.
The bigger the lie, the more it's gonna hurt.
Do you think he's going to try and kill me?
If he does, he'll try and kill all of us, so maybe.
How wild would it be if he got the final kill on me, huh? Ugh.
Poetic in a very dark way.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Blair. That's
Don't mention it.
every time I tried to look, I just saw nothing.
Sometimes it takes someone else looking at you, not trying to stare into a mirror.
Velvet, are you okay if I just sort of hang out for a couple of hours? Like, just. And then I'll head back to mine, I guess.
Hours, days, weeks, however long you need. It's fine.
I'm crashing here too, so
Slumber party, I guess.
I'll braid your hair if you braid mine.
I think my parents have some champagne in the fridge. I say we just get shit-faced.
The most
Yeah.
lackluster of victory parties. Our town is dying. And
Yeah.
Well, that means it's going to be a new beginning, right?
we're all gonna have to decide on if all of our families bounce, we're all gonna have to decide on where we go. But then again, we were gonna have to make that decision in a couple of months when we graduated anyway.
I had just applied to every uni that would take me, to be honest.
Yeah, I was sort of winging it considering I keep dying.
We should
Yeah.
totally open up a nightclub.
I mean,
If you could move to any city in Australia upon this town crash, once we're all dead, like once the town is dead and we have that option, where would you go? And I'm content for that really to be the rest of Casey's evening.
And
just
that's
drinking.
that's basically where their evening ends, or leaves. And as the five of them get really, really drunk and discuss the impending doom in the most teenage girl-esque fashion.
We're gonna open a nightclub.
Mhm. And finally, we see Erin driving down the mountain at the wheel of her stolen car. Is there anything on your mind?
Erin would most likely be stopping at the side as she already like drove for like an hour, just stopping just to clear her head and take stock of what she has and where she needs to go. Because this is tiring. Looking at her like phone to see if her parents have messaged at all or they're still in the wind.
There is one text message. It's from an unknown number. And it just says, so you're finally embracing it, or are you going to keep running?
Take a deep breath. So annoying. Take off the hoodie blast. Take off my hoodie. Blast on like the heater on this car. And as Erin's taking off her hoodie, you can see that there are like multiple scars, like old scars, running from her like upper arm down to her shoulders. And there's one where it's just one big slash on her back, and it's like, ugh. And then she will look at her rear view mirror nervously, like she can see how dark it is and it's making her paranoid, and then she's just gonna floor it while I guess playing a song on the radio, because she is not staying at one place at this time, especially after all the chaos she's created. Yeah.
And that is where we will end our game. Season finale. The end. Thank you all for joining us on this incredible journey. It's been a wonderful season, and I'd like to once again thank Izzy for our school logo and Mono Mercy for our character art. I am Hollow, and I am your mysterious ST for the last time. Velvet?
Hey, I'm Matt. I've been playing Velvet, and you can catch me at Blazing Lobster on Twitter. And I'm sorry, Marcus, I love you.
Hey, I'm Lou, and I've been playing Marcus, the one to take the blame for the downfall of humanity. I mean, Iluka Springs.
Hello, I'm Sam. I've been playing the disgruntled and trying to keep a level-headed witch, Blair. You can find me at Plague Maiden with an underscore at the end. Capital P, capital M. Most places.
Hi, I am Kai. I almost got my name wrong. I am Kai. I have been playing Casey, the cannibal, the ghoul, that poor teenage queer who has moved from being very good friends with Marcus to potentially being one of Marcus's next enemies, prey, potentially. You can find me, Kai, at Primal Infinity pretty much everywhere. Yeah, I don't actually have anything in the pipeline at the moment. Yeah, you can just find me around at Primal Infinity.
Hello, my name is Rina, and I am playing Erin, the... What the fuck is Erin? The one who just wants a normal love life, man. Just wants a normal love life. She thinks that this mortal is... She thinks Harper love life is normal. It's great. But yeah, you can find me at the Overlord anywhere. If you're watching this, you're most likely in my Twitch channel, so just look at the links below. Aside from that, we have Red Center by Night coming soon, so check that out.
Bye, everyone.
See ya.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Christ.